Hello, welcome to Strip Threads. This is Mike, I'm your host. So, today, as you can see, the sun's going down. It's kind of in my face, actually. We're going to walk back here. We are back on the 72. So before, I just did kind of a quick little video where, we put a carburetor on it, we filed the points, we put some power to it, threw some gas down the throat, fired it off, and it fired and it ran for a couple seconds. What we've done here, this is the carburetor I robbed off of that car, and it's got, you can kind of see that glossy buildup there. That's all polyurethane, like clear coat. So that carburetor's all gummed up. It needs to be cleaned out. So I robbed the carburetor off the Plymouth Cricket and put it on there. We got a fuel source, my portable fuel tank. That carburetor works fine. We've got power run. The ignition switch broke last night in this when I was messing with it. So today I came out, rigged up the fuel system, got the electrical bypass hooked up on the coil, and we're gonna see how it fires off now. I've got the choke hooked up with a bungee cord about half, and last night it fired like it did in the original video, but today we're gonna see if I can run it for a while. I can't run it too long because there's no cooling system. The water pump seized, there's no belt, etc. No coolant. But we're gonna get the camera set up and we're going to fire this thing off. Okay. So this thing should bust off pretty easily. Everything was primed and ready to go last night. Now that we have a dedicated fuel source, everything should be pretty good. So let's see. Fired right off. It's running fair. Mosquito. However, we are spraying oil out of the fuel pump hole. So I'm gonna see if I can stuff this into the hole here. I do actually have a fuel pump for this. I don't want to put it on just yet though. I want to get this all cleaned up. A pressure washer underneath the hood here. I've got an old dead pump that I can put on over the hole rather than ruining a new pump. Do that. Get rid of all these hoses that are rotten. Probably take the radiator out of the patina Cricket since it's getting ready to be cut up for this chassis swap. So it'll actually fit. Hopefully the timing cover isn't bad on either one of these because that will be expensive. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm unconcerned with it leaking a little bit of oil, but spraying everywhere, I don't want the mess. It's a little rough. Now the valves sound loose. You can hear them pretty good. But I'm thinking that there's probably one or two of them in there that are a little tight. Part of that might be the backfiring through there, but it's also the imbalance. I could throw a vacuum gauge on this thing. That might give me an idea. I don't hear any ignition cross firing. It does seem to have a little blow by. I don't know if you can see that. You can kind of see it. So this engine doesn't have a PCV. It's just a constant flow. There's no negative air space in it. So it's kind of a lot like my Volvo. So you can see with this thing just sitting on there, you can flip it over and put it on upside down, but this works too. You see it's kind of bouncing up a little bit from the blow-by. And it's not a real constant stream of blow-by. Plus this engine is cold. It's going to get worse as it gets hotter. So you can see this hose here, or what's supposed to be a hose, is where it'll all come out. Now it doesn't look bad. You can feel it out to there. Getting better. Rings are probably a little stuck. Valves are probably looking up. I did put a bunch of Marble Mystery Oil down it like a year ago, so it all drained down past the engine and soaked the floor because the drain plug wasn't tight. I'm gonna go put it in gear and see if it'll move. Okay, it's in gear. It actually dropped down. You can feel it go into gear. There it goes. So there we are. Transmission's working. I'm sure it'll go forward. Let's find out real quick. We're going to shut it down. There you are. Probably running out of fuel. enough. Okay. So some notes. Obviously, I need to go through it, tune it all up, and everything like that. I need to go through, set the valves. Carburetor should be okay, because I don't remember it running like that when it was in the patina cricket. It was blowing a considerable amount of smoke, more than the patina cricket was, but also I did run the patina cricket quite a bit more than this car. There was a lot of transmission fluid on the floor, so I need to check that out. It might just be a simple leak with it sitting, like the shift seals. Not so much the pan gasket, but the shift seals dry up, and then when you shut them off and they sit, the converter drains down, fills the transmission up, and then it leaks. Plus, when it cools off, the seals shrink. But if I was driving it every day, it wouldn't probably be a problem. A couple drops, maybe. Not enough to necessitate pulling the transmission. That car, the front seal is completely out of it. So you start it up, you run it, and you can just see it drip, 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 or even an actual, trickle. So I'm going to go ahead and put the water pump on that car. So what I was going to do, what I thought about doing, is taking the engine out of the patina cricket, because it was great, and dropping it into this one. But I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this one roadworthy, or get it, the engine roadworthy. So I'll put the fuel pump on it. I'll probably take the one with the patina cricket because it does work, but I don't know how long it's going to work for. So for the time being, I'm just going to use it, for that. I'll get it out and get it hooked up in there. We'll get the water pump put in. I got a new water pump for it. Put the radiator out of the patina cricket in it. Put a new lower radiator hose on it. Heater we will probably bypass. And there's no brakes, but it does have a working parking brake. So, it's a little worse with an automatic. Standard, you just kind of throw it in gear or put your foot on the clutch and use the parking brake. Automatic, it still wants to kind of pull. Yeah, pull the valve cover, adjust the valves, put the radiator in, put the water pump in. Not in that order. Yeah. I can put the brakes on, but if I want to do that, I'm going to want to pull the booster, make sure it's good, clean it all up. Yeah. So, I'm kind of curious whether the booster works. That could have been why it was running. Hey, it's holding vacuum, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. So that's where we are for tonight. I'm done. Quick video. You can see it runs decent. Excuse me. And the transmission wants to move it. So that's good enough for me to at least give it a chance under its own drivetrain and try to get it on the road. This car is going to be restored. It'll be modified a little bit. It's going to be an Avenger. It's going to have all the Avenger badges. It's going to have the square headlight grille. It'll still have, the Cricket side markers. It'll still be left-hand drive. But being that this car is a low-level car, it doesn't have all the chrome and stuff, I kind of need to keep that, right. Yeah, it's time to call it a night. We're going to put all the stuff away. I'll get this edited. You guys can see it. And we'll move on from there.